watching on YouTube, and welcome back to more Digimon World Dusk Randomized. In between last stream and this stream, they have announced Digimon Story Time Stranger. I honestly, I still, like, don't believe it. I kinda still don't believe it. I also don't remember what I was digivolving my Digimon into at all. I think you're supposed to become Crabmon, that's why you're not digivolved yet. Which means I need to get you one more level before we fight Grimmon. What are you doing? I don't know, digivolving into something, probably. Wasn't I gonna take you back to Snow Agumon and then, like, go check out Scorpiomon or Sea Hellmon? Was that a thing that I was gonna do? I definitely don't want Garbagemon or Big Mamamon. Talmon and Infamon. I mean, Talmon or Infamon could be cool. Maybe I was gonna digivolve you into Seadramon. What are you doing? Devidramon, Centauramon. Right, neither of these can digivolve. So you need to switch to something else. Wow, there are, like, no digivolution routes for you whatsoever. Yeah, you have to go, like, Musiamon into Argomon Ultimate, and then whatever it can digivolve into, if it even can. So you gotta degenerate. I still can't believe that the release window for Time Stranger is this year. That's insane. I thought it was 2026. No, literally in the trailer it said 2025. Which is this year. As long as nothing changes, we will be seeing Time Strangers within the next 10 months. But, I mean, we'll see if that holds. Alright, I need you to get to level 10. And then what is this Betamon doing? Shogun Gekamon. Right, we were gonna get Brachiomon, weren't we? Because Brachiomon is cool. Oh, but you have to get 129 speed for Colamon. Which you're actually not too far away from, which is kind of insane. Okay, let's, like, get a fight or two to, like, digivolve these in-trainings into rookies. I always think Gizamon is a champion-level Digimon. Megaton press! Big crit, big crit. Destroyed. I need the Poyamon at level 15. The mini blade? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I think they're waiting to see the Pokemon game release dates before announcing. They don't want to compete with it. I don't agree with that. I don't think that they're waiting to see when Pokemon comes out. I think that they're just not done with it yet, so they don't have a release date. Now, could there be an announcement of Pokemon dates, and then if they don't have a date set yet, they're like, okay, well, let's not aim for that day? Yes, I think that's possible. I do not think that Bandai is specifically like, let's wait and see what Nintendo says, then we'll announce our date. Are you going to upload it on YouTube? I'm gonna let you work out the answer to that question yourself. I have full faith that you can figure out the answer to that question. I believe in you. Gonna guess that Amazon says December 31st because it has no idea when it'll be released this year? Yes, that is what all, like, companies, especially Amazon, do. We had to have this discussion many, many, many times when waiting for Digimon Survive to be announced. Oh my goodness, you can probably go back and watch a lot of my Digimon playthroughs of people, like, of me having to say, because people in chat were like, Chaos, did you see that Survive's release date is for December 31st this year? And then I had to explain to them that literally every year since 2019, or maybe since 2020, since either 2019 or 2020, every year, because it was already up for pre-order, Digimon Survive was listed to come out December 31st of 2019, of 2020, of 2021, of 2022, until whatever year it came out. I don't remember if it came out in 22 or 23, to be honest with you. But whenever a game is available for pre-order, but it does not have a release date, they put the end of the year. Because if they put the end of the year, they're not lying, technically, unless the company doesn't release it in the year that they said they would, which is what happened with Survive. Die, Kakuamon, die. In the modern era, there aren't many people that have confused Digimon and Pokemon. This isn't the 90s anymore. You're completely missing what that person in chat was saying earlier. That person in chat, although I disagree with, I do agree that Digimon does not want to release at the same time as Pokemon because that would be bad for their sales. I just don't think that Bandai is holding back a release date to see when Pokemon's release date is. I don't think that's true. Survive came out in 2022. Thank you for the reminder. Appreciate it. I think what that person was saying was you wouldn't want to release Digimon at the same time as Pokemon, not because people would mix up the two, but because if people only have enough money on that weekend to buy one collectathon monster game, they're going to buy the Pokemon game instead of the Digimon game because Pokemon, objectively, by far, is way more popular than Digimon. Pokemon is the highest selling franchise in history between all of its merch, anime, games, etc. So the person who was talking about, like, they wouldn't want to release Digimon at the same time as Pokemon wasn't that, like, people will mix them up. It was that if they both release on the same weekend, Digimon's sales will suffer because people will buy Pokemon instead. Which I do think that would happen, to be clear. I just don't think that, Bandai specifically is watching for that. I think they just don't have a release date. Zudomon, huh? I mean, Zudomon's cool. We can get Zudomon. Yes, Zudomon. 2,000 bird experience. Makes sense. We haven't been running into any dragons. Is Pokemon really the highest selling, whatever you just said? I'm gonna Google it, actually, because that's a statistic that was at least true a couple of years ago, and I've just been saying it infinitely because I assume it hasn't been outdone. What franchise makes the most money, or whatever? What is it? No, not franchises in, like, movies. Highest grossing media franchise? List of highest grossing media franchises. This is a list of media franchises on Wikipedia that have grossed $2 billion or more. Pokemon. Total revenue, $98.9 billion. Revenue breakdown, retail sales, mobile games, box office, home video. Jet aircraft livery sales? What does that mean, Nintendo? What does that... What does Pokemon have to do with jet aircraft livery services? Hello? Oh, there are planes that have Pokemon, like, all over them. Pokemon Jet refers to a number of aircrafts operated by Japanese airline All Nippon Airways in a promotional Pokemon livery. They made $3 million off of that. The only media franchises to make over $50 billion are Pokemon and Mickey Mouse and Friends. And Pokemon has Mickey Mouse and Friends beat by about $40 million, according to Wikipedia. By about $35 billion. After Mickey Mouse Friends, it's Winnie the Pooh. Then it's Star Wars. Star Wars is the 4th highest grossing franchise to exist. based off of all of the things they do. Not just the games, not just the movies, etc., based off of everything. Star Wars is 4th place with 46.7 billion. Pokemon is in first with 98.9 billion. It is just shy of 100 billion. And the next closest one to Pokemon is 61 billion, which is Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse! I thought that Hello Kitty was up really high in this. Where is Hello Kitty? I remember a funny statistic. Winnie the Pooh being 3rd place with almost 49 billion is insane. Like, I know Winnie the Pooh is huge, but I didn't think it was that big. I thought that Hello Kitty was like the 2nd highest or something. There's Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty is 32.8 billion. It's like 8th, 9th place or something like that. I didn't count. Hello Kitty's brand since 1974 has generated 32.8 billion. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has generated 33.8 billion. The MCU is beating Hello Kitty by $1 billion, chat. Just by 1 billion. Call of Duty is like the 11th biggest franchise, and then after Call of Duty is Batman and Spider-Man. You can go look up this wiki page, it's really interesting stuff. But yes, Pokemon by far is the biggest generator of money of any franchise ever. Like, it destroys Mickey Mouse by like $30 billion. $30 to $40 billion. So huge, huge, huge difference between 1st and 2nd place. And just think of, like, that's Disney, right? That's Disney. Mickey Mouse, like the Disney trademark, the poster boy of Disney. Pokemon destroys it by like 30 million. All because of nostalgia. That's why whenever you play a Pokemon game and you're like, wow, this game kind of sucks, I thought Pokemon was awesome, it's because they've been coasting for years. They've been coasting since at least Generation 6. They don't put effort into Pokemon games anymore. I'll give them credit where it's due. Legends Arceus was actually pretty neat. Legends Arceus is the first time I played a Pokemon game since X and Y that I felt like they were actually trying. And the more I look back at X and Y, I don't even think they were trying very much during X and Y either. Which X and Y is Gen 6, for those of you who don't know. Bum, 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 bum. I think we're good to fight the boss now. Let's get him. Welcome. I've been waiting, tamer of a dying union. I'm going to give you your new orders. You can't defy me? Don't try to resist. Caesarmon, defeat this tamer. I think what Chaos was talking about as far as ranking in the last decade, I believe Hello Kitty was 4th place and Pokemon was 1st place, but something made Hello Kitty go down some spots. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Again, that's why I looked up the wiki page, because when Rugby in chat asked me, like, is that true, that statistic you said? I knew it was true a few years ago, which is why I double-checked it. I hadn't looked at it in years until just now, so I think Hello Kitty was, like, in the top 5, like, 5 years ago when I first looked at that statistic, or sometime around then. But it has clearly gone down, or if it hasn't gone down, other franchises have gone up and dethroned it. Ba-na-na-na. Not the Flash Ray. Oh, this is the confusion move. I hate this. Send me help. Pokemon is too big to fail now. They can put out pretty much anything and it will sell well. Yep, which is bad for Pokemon, really. Rainbow Force. I mean, it's bad in the sense that, you know, their games will probably never actually get better. It's good in the sense that they have, like, an infinite money glitch. Digimon isn't even on the list? Of course it's not. Listen, let's be clear here. It's very easy to forget when you're in this chat when I'm playing a Digimon game because so many people show up who like Digimon and are like, dude, I love Digimon, etc., etc. That's because Digimon is not super popular. it's not like, I wouldn't say that Digimon is really niche. Maybe Digimon video games are niche because we haven't had a new game in 7 years. But like, people know what Digimon is. Even if only because they've heard of it in relation to Pokemon because they both end in Mon. But like, people know Digimon, but Digimon doesn't make a ton of money. It's not super well known. Like, you can go out and ask anyone on the street about Pokemon and they know what you're talking about. If you go out and ask anyone about Digimon, they may not. Maybe they do. They probably won't. Digimon is not a huge franchise. I have to hand it to a Union Tamer. Caesarmon was no match for you. Then how about this? Think you can win? I think I can easily win, to be honest. Digimon is lucky Bandai remembers they own its IP. Honestly, sometimes. What's this? It's just 3 Sanyanmamon. To be clear, I love Digimon, but it's like, you know, Digimon is not my favorite game franchise. But I really like Digimon, and you get a surplus of people who really like Digimon when you come here, because I'm one of the only like 6 people on the internet that play these games. Sale will help, so be grateful. It's tough having to look after a great tamer. Haha, how feisty. But your existence isn't needed in this world, so you'll all be deleted right here. Uh-oh. Yo, it's one of the sickest Digimon designs in the land. Bro, Grimmon is so cool. I love Grimmon's design. Awesome looking Digimon. Whew, look at that damage. Rainbow Force. Bow, 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 bow. Yo, there's like no world, by the way, that Digimon becomes like super mainstream. Definitely not at the level of Pokemon. Nothing can reach Pokemon's level. I don't think that Digimon will ever like reach super popular status, but, and this is me being hopeful, but Time Stranger looked really good. If they really like up the gameplay, because I enjoy the gameplay in Hacker's Memory and Cyber Sleuth, they're good games, but they're definitely not my favorite turn-based games. If the game looks from that trailer we saw, I was gonna say those trailers, we've only gotten one trailer thus far. The game looks really good. If it's got a good story going on, and they like really kick it up on the gameplay, then I could see Time Stranger potentially being a resurgence to really sort of put Digimon back on the map to an extent. Rainbow Force. Yo, Grimmon is getting absolutely bodied. What a loser. Easy 1200 experience. I needed some dragon and insect experience, I think. That's good. That was close. Sayo, you're a Nightclaw tamer, so win smarter. Well, bid farewell for now, but remember this. You will all perish by the hands of one of your own. Who was that anyway? Who knows? You were saved because of me. Sayo, be grateful. Don't do anything to tarnish the Nightclaw name. Back to city. Let's inform the leaders. Why did I look at this? Okay. You need to get to 129 speed, which is not looking likely. You're only 16 away. I could probably do some Farm Island shenanigans to fix this. What are you doing? Right, you digivolve back into where Garurumon, but we need machine experience and then level 32. Oh, right, but I was gonna go back around and go to Kyukimon, wasn't I, chat? Didn't I want to go back around to Kyukimon? Because Kyukimon is, like, neat and not something you see often. Yeah, I want to go to Kyukimon, so let's go back to Shabamon. Goblin! 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 Bum, 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 bum.